Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna do a little different video today. I actually had an injury on July 2nd. I had Achilles rupture, completely tore. I was in the pool, went to go jump in the pool, Achilles snapped, random event, out of nowhere, crazy. I'm 34 years old, I'm pretty active, in shape, work out every day. Something that I wasn't expecting. I'm gonna kind of break everything down into 2 weeks. So from 0 to 2 weeks, I had my surgery on the 8th, July 8th of 2026. From 0 to 2 weeks, there was no weight bearing, no nothing. Pretty much the whole time, I had my foot propped. I was up in a splint. You can see the pictures. I'm gonna kind of flash them on the screen. Up on a splint the whole time, foot propped up, barely walking, wasn't really doing too much. Pain wasn't really that bad, to be honest with you. I was really numb, couldn't feel my toes, couldn't feel my leg, couldn't feel really anything. Honestly, all the way down from like the shin down was pretty numb for about 3 to 4 weeks. About 4 weeks to be honest, 3 weeks to be honest with you. You're really just in bed the whole time, not really walking, not really doing anything. Honestly, you're just kind of chilling. Went to the doctor 2 weeks later. I actually got to see my foot for the first time, which looked crazy. My ankle was super swollen. The scar was kind of nasty looking, and it was really bruised. And I mean, you can see it right here. Really bruised. Wasn't you know, I'm not one. I don't like pain. I got anxiety. I got yeah. I didn't like it at all. At night was pretty bad, to be honest with you. Not the best. I didn't have the best sleep. Yeah. So from 2 to 4 weeks, I started rehab like literally right after that, right after the 2 week mark. PT is not too terrible. It's not like a muscle. They don't really force you to do anything. It's your tendon, so they're mostly stretching. I was in a splint, a wrap splint. Some people get cast. I was in a splint, and they upgraded me to this boot. After that, this is what I got. Now, right here, boom, 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 big old boot. 2 to 4 weeks was really just me going to PT, coming home, trying to move as much as possible. The pain was probably from a scale 1 to 10. I was probably about a 5 to 6. So the crazy thing happened though. I'm watching all these other videos on YouTube and I see that everyone is talking about how they're walking in 6 weeks, walking in 7, 8 weeks. And I'm over here like, dude, I haven't even took a first step yet. I'm still on my first wedge on my boot. So it's very important to go to your PT. I went to PT that morning. As I was in PT, but he rubbed his hand across my calf just to kind of stretch me out and stuff, and it hurt. And I was like, "Oh, dude, like, that hurt, man." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "That shouldn't hurt. You're gonna need to call your doctor, and you need to schedule a Doppler test." Like, well, what is that? So a Doppler test is where you go in and they check for blood clots. Well, ended up I went and got checked for blood clots. Ended up having blood clots. So I had 2 blood clots in my leg. Had to go on blood thinners. So now I have a constant aching from the blood clots in my leg. And it's just constant. Like, I mean, I can't. It's just, you constantly just feel this aching pain going all the way up your leg. And you can't rub it. Here's the thing, do not rub your leg because if you rub it and break up the blood clot, it could go up and travel to your lungs, and that's no good. You don't want to do that. You're not allowed to rub it. You're not allowed to really ice it because icing restricts blood flow, and you're already restricted enough with the blood clots. You do get on blood thinners. I'm not a doctor, by the way. I'm just telling you what they told me. Went to the doctor, told me that since it didn't happen out of the blue and it happened because of the surgery, I had to be on it for 3 months. They're going to check it again, make sure the blood clots got cleared up because the medicine they put you on dissolves it. So that was scary because thinking blood clots, you think the worst. Like, I'm 34 years old. I can't have blood clots. So around 4.5 weeks, my toes are super numb. Like, can't feel them. They just feel like, I mean, you can, like, if I touch them, I can tell that I'm touching them, but you really can't feel like each side of my foot. It would feel like glass, like I got a sunburn and somebody took sandpaper and just rubbed it on my foot. And it made my sleeping terrible. So you can't sleep with your foot pointed straight up in the air because you have surgery and you have incisions on the back of your ankle. So when you just put your foot straight up in the air, it just starts aching due to the blood clots. My whole leg is aching, so I'm constantly moving my leg left and right, rolling my ankle, boom, 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 back and forth. And then on top of that, I'm burning. So when my feet are touching the bed sheets, it literally feels like somebody is like rubbing sandpaper on my feet, and it hurts. Like the worst pain I've ever been in, honestly. Terrible, like literally so terrible. And I kept telling my PT, I kept telling the doctor, I was like, dude, like I'm in so much pain. Can y'all like give me anything to help me sleep? Or like if I don't have sleep, like I can deal with the pain honestly throughout the day, but I can't deal with it at night, man. Well, actually, PT, I mean, God, they're a lifesaver. Make sure you go to all your PT. They're rubbing on it, and I kept telling them, I was like, dude, like that's hurting. Like sides of my feet are literally like feels like glass. Like it hurts so bad. She came over to me and she started like kind of doing some tests, and I don't know if anybody's dealing with this, but I thought that where I was wearing this boot, the boot was rubbing my foot. I thought it was like rubbing my foot raw. That's not the case though. So what it actually ended up being was is Allodynia. Did I say that right? Come here. Say it. Allodynia is actually what it was. It is one of the worst things I've ever been through. But to keep everything on track, so yeah, I dealt with that. Um, the sleeping still hasn't gotten good. Let me actually pull it up so that you guys can see it. Allodynia is a medical condition where a person feels pain from a normal, non painful touch or stimulus, like light clothing brushing the skin or a gentle breeze. And that's actually that's exactly what I'm going through. I will say I did get compression socks, and as soon as I put my compression socks on, it was an instant relief. And I actually didn't figure out the compression socks till I mean a couple days ago is when I got them. Two days ago. I've been wearing them for 2 days now. So I mean, as of right now, it's made it better. It's made it manageable. It's not better by any means, but it's definitely manageable. 4 to 6 weeks is really where I thought I should be going uphill, and I see everybody else's progress going uphill, and I felt like I'm going downhill. So this is actually currently what my stitches and everything looks like. Just so you guys know, that redness that I thought was the burn from the boot is actually not. It is just what happens whenever you have blood clots and your foot swells. That's what happens. But honestly, it looks way better than what it used to. But that's what my foot looks like all around. I used to have a kind of a bruise right there. That's kind of healed up, but ankle swelling, you can kind of see, still there. But that's it. I will say this today has probably been one of the better days that I have, and more you've got like a light at the end of the tunnel kind of day. The pain is still pretty bad. I mean, I'm only getting about 2 hours of sleep a night, and it's miserable. And if you're going through this, it's normal. Uh, it's a very normal thing. Now, it can lead into bigger things. Now, if you're like me, you got anxiety, I'm not trying to send you down this rabbit hole and you say, I got this symptom, I got this, I got this, I got this. Don't do that because it is a normal thing that you're going to go through, but it can progress to something called CRPS. As bad as this is, I can only imagine how that is. Plus, all this on top of the blood clot, where I'm at right now, I mean, you're going to be dealing with a little bit of depression. I mean, you'll be feeling like if you're like me and, you know, your family relies on you. Me and my wife, we both got different jobs and different, roles that we play. And, my role is to keep the food on the table and keep the bills paid. And my wife, she's the glue. I take care of all the finances. So, without one, the other one doesn't work. You do have support and everybody is around you, but there's a lot of times where you're alone and you're by yourself and you can get in your head and you can go down this rabbit hole and you can really spiral down pretty quick. And I've been talking to a bunch of people, and it's honestly a normal thing. You just got to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't feel like and I'm talking to myself right now too. So don't feel like it's the end and you're not going to walk again, and you're not, because I truly believe I am, and I'm going to get better, and so are you. I go to my PT session on Wednesday, and on Wednesday I'll be able to do a little bit more. I can tell you where I'm at in PT right now is so you're doing calf raises. So I'm able to put my foot on the ground and do a couple calf raises. Do 2 sets of 20, which felt great, by the way. Just knowing that I can do calf raises again, awesome. Especially if after you tear your Achilles and zero movement, zero anything, you don't have your Achilles isn't attached no more. So that's awesome. You also, I'm doing these. It's an elastic band where you take a band and you put it around your foot, you pull it and you stretch it, and then you resist with your foot. That's very helpful. Wiggling your toes is very helpful. If you do have the, I'm not really, Allodynia, or however you say it, if you do have that, one thing that's helped me a lot is my wife. She'll actually grab my toes and she just massages your toes and you just rub your foot and just try to get your nerves and everything firing all cylinders again, and just try to get it all going. Because right now your nerves they're rebuilding and they're firing all these miss signals, and yeah, you're gonna be feeling a bunch of little zingers, I like to call them, little shocks through your foot, your random pains. It's all normal, all normal. I'm dealing with it. Everyone that I've talked to's dealt with it. Anything you look up on the internet, people deal with that. And don't look at some of these Superman cases where people are running and doing marathons after 6 weeks, because not in my case, not in my case whatsoever. I've seen people swimming like a full swimming full speed. I'm like, what? That's nuts. They're kicking their foot. I'd love to. But yeah, that's not happening. Not with me. I will keep you guys updated. So I will make another video. I'll do a week for now. So I was a little late on my video. So I'll do weekly videos from now on, just once a week. Kind of walk through my recovery, tell you what's going on through my PT. I'm going to take the Achilles injury and just go all the way with just do fitness and go from there. And, if I can't get in the best shape of my life at the age of 34. Probably not the age of 34. Let's say the age of 35. 34 is not a setback year, but comeback year. You know what I'm saying? Please follow along with my journey. I'm praying for you guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with a friend. Share, if you know anybody going through this, share with them. And I'm a real person going through real struggles just like everybody else. Like the video.